Good evening. Welcome to the National News broadcast coming to you live from the National News studios here at Rupavahini. I'm Kasuni Balachandra. Joining me is Charita Minipurarachi. Let's take a quick look at your headlines for tonight.
A Sri Lankan wins this year's Sheikh Fahad Hiroshima Asian Sports Medicine and Science Award. A special task force on nutrition. A committee to investigate regularization of rubber imports. A special train for tourists and pilgrims to Anuradhapura as well. The Rajarata Odyssey is operating in every weekend. 12 persons killed in a bus accident in India. 15 die in a boat fire in Libya.
We move on to those and other stories in detail, and in your top local story tonight, the Ministry of Health has decided to set up a special task force on nutrition.
Minister Keheliya Rambukwella has presided over a discussion in this regard at the ministry yesterday. A group of physicians with specialist knowledge in the respective fields, including the science of nutrition, are scheduled to be appointed to the task force. The emergency nutrition plan is scheduled to be implemented from this year till the year 2024. Speciality of the program is to carry forward the project according to the age groups of persons island-wide. Minister Rambukwella has instructed the officials at the meeting that a parliamentary measure to implement the program in a selected province in the coming week. The month of October has been declared as the month of nutrition. The Health Ministry has taken measures to implement island-wide programs on nutrition. The minister has also ordered the relevant official to make more efficient the program to supply food to each and every hospital in the island, preserving the nutritional value of food. It has also been reiterated on the need to implement the program through joint participation of the relevant ministries by identifying the nutritional requirements through a correct methodology. A group of specialist physicians, including those engaged in clinical nutrition, have also participated in the discussion. And the 55th commemoration of Ernesto Che Guevara, a leader of the Cuban Revolution and later on an industrial minister of Cuba, was held at the Yahakale plantation in Moragahena, Parahara today.
It was organized by the Socialist Youth Union. Cuban ambassador in Sri Lanka, Andres Gonzalez, and Janata Vimukti Peramuna parliamentarian Vijitha Herath had presided over the ceremony. Ernesto Che Guevara, after the Cuban Revolution, had arrived in Sri Lanka on a forest study of rubber plantation. As a souvenir of his visit, Guevara himself had planted a mahogany plant at the Yahalakale plantation in Moragahena. The commemoration is being conducted annually at the location. Dr. Chaturanga Ranasinghe has presented the 7th Sheikh Fahad Hiroshima Asian Sports Medicine and Science Award of 2022.
Dr. Ranasinghe is the first Sri Lankan national to be felicitated with the award. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has extended his congratulations to the physician over the unique achievement. The award was presented to Dr. Chaturanga Ranasinghe at the General Assembly meeting of the Asian Olympic Council. The recipient of this prestigious award is a specialist in the medical science as well as in sports and exercising. He is also the director of the medical unit in sports exercising and the Faculty of Medicine of the Colombo University. Dr. Ranasinghe is also a member of the Sri Lanka Olympic Medical Committee. The honorary award is been presented once in every 4 years to a reputed scientist or medical doctor in the Asian continent as a means to participate and appreciate their commitment for the enhancement of sports medicine in the region. President Ranil Wickremesinghe extended his greetings to the award-winning physician, has also expressed his confidence in the award would extend international recognition to Sri Lanka as well as to develop the sport on the national and international levels. Specialist in exercising and sports medicine, Dr. Chaturanga Ranasinghe is a past pupil of Thurston and Ananda colleges in Colombo. He is a sports person who has displayed sporting skills since his school days. Upon receiving a basic degree from the Colombo Medical Faculty, he has undergone specialist training in sports medicine at the Queensland University in Australia. He has also earned a doctorate in the science of sports and exercising.
A preliminary discussion has been conducted recently with the objective of transforming the Sitawaka Kingdom Zone as a tourist zone. Minister Bandula Guevara has presided over the meeting, which has focused attention of setting up of the zone based on Vaga area in Avitsavella. At the talks held at the Ministry of Transport and Highways, attention has also been centred on setting up of the tourist zone, giving prominence to places of historical and enchanting nature, including the Sitawaka Botanical Gardens, the Lobugama and Kalatuwava reservoirs and the adjacent areas. Visitors to the zone would also be accorded the opportunity to watch animals and birds inherent to the area. Even at present, normally nearly 2,000 tourists visit the area during weekends. For the benefit of the tourists, a train from Colombo Fort Railway Station to Vaga Railway Station is being operated during the days of the weekend.
And meanwhile, the pensioners are expressing their appreciation to the government over receiving cabinet approval to pay the pensions gratuity. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena, as the minister in charge, has submitted the relevant cabinet paper for the payment of pensions gratuity of the government servants, which has been displayed so far. Coincidentally, the National Pensioners' Day has also been falling on today.
The government has appointed a committee to look into the regularizing of rubber imports. The committee is comprised of representatives of the Ministries of Finance, Industries and Plantations, as well as of the Board of Investment and Export Development Board. The objective is to safeguard the local rubber cultivators by providing them a reasonable price for their produce. State Minister of Finance Ranjit Siambalapitiya says the committee report will be delivered on the 12th of this month. State Minister Ranjit Siambalapitiya said that it is an extremely prudent fact to consolidate the market through provision of conducive prices. Therefore, the Ministry of Finance should mediate to set up a better regularizing process. All members have agreed on the intervention of the ministry in this regard. One of the main objectives is to protect the small rubber land owner and to give a good price for his produce. Another aim is to safeguard the local export industry in parallel to the program.
And meanwhile, a ceremony to welcome Gamini Bandarman Developer of the national television, who has secured double awards on Best Exploratory News and Best Economically Strategic News in South Asia at the South Asian Entrepreneurship Awards Festival, took place at the Lunavilla Coconut Research Institute yesterday.
Chairman of the Institute, Sitawaka Kingdom, has presided over the event.
Both of the awards that have been won are related to the coconut development sector. Both relevant news items have been recorded at the Lunavilla Coconut Research Institute. Researchers in the coconut plantation sector as well as groups connected to the production of the news item were also present at the event. A special feature has been conducting on the ceremony at the location where the news items were recorded. Chairman of the CRI, Dr. Saranga Alahapperuma, has presented a commemoration plaque to Gamini Bandarman Developer. A large group including the directors of the institute were also present. As a mark of respect to late Dr. Rusita Vijayakorn, who has assisted in the production of the two news items, has suddenly passed away 3 months ago. A gold medal was presented to his daughter.
Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa has been appointed as chairman of the National Council's subcommittee on the identification of priorities in the compilation of short, medium and long-term policies. The name of Namal Rajapaksa was proposed by Parliamentarian Sagara Karyavasam and Parliamentarian Ali Sabri Rahim has seconded the proposal. Parliamentarians responsible for drafting of state policies have also expressed their opinions and suggestions on this occasion. Member parliamentarians have also agreed to convene before the subcommittee specialists in relevant fields with the purpose of receiving opinions and suggestions relating to the topics of the modernization of public administration and health policy, educational policy, fisheries and food policy. Modernization of the policies relating to power and energy, climatic changes and entrepreneurship are also included. The subcommittee members have also agreed to submit to the National Council their short-term proposals within a period of 1 month, mid-term proposals within 2 months and long-term proposals within 3 months. Parliamentarians including Minister Nazir Ahmed and parliamentary staff officers have also attended the event.
An international seminar and a series of discussions with the participation of veterans in the field of supplies and material management is scheduled to commence in Colombo on the 24th of this month. It will be organized in parallel to the 50th anniversary celebrations of the local Institute on Supplies and Material Management. It has also been declared at yesterday's media briefing that more than 400 intellectuals are scheduled to participate in the program. Vice President of the Institute of Supplies and Material Management, Jayanta Galheva, said that they are hoping to conduct the workshop to explore on ways of intellectuals in the field assisting to resolve the economic crisis. He further said that all intellectuals have a responsibility at this moment to contribute without hesitation in the program. Vice President of the association also said that the workshop is to be conducted at the Shangri-La Hotel by giving prominence to this theme. And meanwhile, the second day pageant of the annual Asala festival of the historic Sitawaka Rajamaha Vihare in Varapitiya Walasmulla Hambantota has presided the streets last night. The event has organized for the 55th occasion. The Parahara, which commenced at 9:30 p.m. upon parading the streets and entering the Varapitiya Devala premises, has returned to the Sitawaka Vihare around 12:30 p.m. A restless incident has also been reported due to the upsetting of an elephant at the Parahara. Raju Bandara Devala Parahara was also scheduled to take place tonight. The final Randoli Mahaparahara was scheduled to commence at 8:41 p.m. tonight.
The Public Utility Commission says a methodology will be implemented to minimize more than 1/2 of the electricity bill of places of religious worship by abolishing the existing electricity charging system.
Chairman of the Commission, Janaka Ratnayaka, has made these assurance when he called on Mahanayaka Theras of the Malvatta and Askire chapters today.
Mr. Janaka Ratnayaka has initially met Mahanayaka of the Malvatta chapter, Most Venerable Tibbotue Sri Sumangala Thera. The chairman has informed the Venerable Chief Prelate that payment methods that existed previously for religious places would come into effect from the 8th of August this year. Chairman of the PUCSL has also enlightened Mahanayaka Thera of the Askire chapter, Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Jnanaratna Thera, also on the issue. Devarna Nilame, Pradeep Langadala and other officials were also present on the occasion. Chairman of the Public Utility Commission, Janaka Ratnayaka, said that the current electricity charging system for religious institutions has been increased by 550%. He added that they have taken measures to restore the payment scheme to the previous status. The chairman has further pointed out that they have already informed the Ceylon Electricity Board to rectify the anomalies in the billing system. Chairman Janaka Ratnayaka has also informed the Venerable Mahanayaka Theras on the preparation of necessary methodology to divert towards recycling energy. He has also expressed optimism over resolving the dispute within the shortest possible time. Foreign news on the other side of this break.
Welcome back with international news. And 12 people died and 38 were injured when a bus rammed into a truck near Nashik city early today. Nashik Municipal Commissioner said that the bus rammed into the truck whose diesel tank exploded and caught fire. The officials said most of the people in the bus were sleeping. They further said that the 2 people are in a serious condition and have admitted to the ICU of a local hospital. In a statement, the Chief Minister said that the government will bear the medical expenses of the wounded. The Minister also said that the instructions have been given to officials to identify spots to Nashik where accidents occur frequently and take action. Authorities said that 5 lakh to next of kin of diseased and seriously injured will be given rupees 2 lakhs.
Libyan authorities discover 15 bodies after a fire caught on a refugee boat. Libya's Red Crescent says local authorities found bodies washed up on shore after a migrant shipwreck off western coast. Libyan rescue workers have recovered at least 15 bodies found on the coast in Sabratha, including a number burned in a boat and others on the beach, a member of the Red Crescent in the city said. A spokesman for Libya's Red Crescent, Tawfiq al-Shukri, said that local authorities had informed the aid group of bodies washing up on shore after a shipwreck off the country's western coast. He further added that bodies were retrieved and transported to a hospital where the remains would be examined to determine the cause of death. A security source in Sabratha, 70 kilometers west of the capital Tripoli, also said that the dead people were migrants caught in a dispute between 2 rival groups of people smugglers in the northwest city.
Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky says Russian officials have begun to prepare their society for the possible use of nuclear weapons, but added he does not believe Russia is ready to use them. Taking part of a BBC interview, Ukraine president said that the Russians are being prepared for nuclear warfare and warned of its danger. Ukraine's President Zelensky further says that the Russian armed forces are not ready to use it, but it has begun the Russian officials to communicate to its society. Ukraine's president warned that even it's dangerous to speak of a nuclear war or about use of nuclear arms. The Ukrainian leader denied having called for strikes on Russia, urging instead of preemptive sanctions to be imposed on Moscow. Meanwhile, Ukrainian soldiers are defending the eastern industrial town of Bakhmut of Moscow-backed separatist force in the war-battered Donetsk region advanced after recapturing a series of villages nearby.
இப்படி வந்திட இப்படி அல்பங்கள்
Prima Katami Fantamai.
And in your sports news tonight, Sri Lanka female cricketers have secured victory in the Asian Cup Women's T20 cricket match played against Malaysia at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium in Bangladesh today.
The Sri Lankan women's team, batting first, has scored 105 runs for the loss of 7 wickets within the 20 allotted overs. Oshandi Ranasinghe remained 32-3 not out rather. Shamari Adapattu and Nilakshi De Silva have scored 21 runs each. The most successful Malaysian bowler was Ania Hazim and Shasha Azim, who have shared 2 wickets each. The Malaysian team was shot out for 33 runs in 9 overs and 5 deliveries. The Sri Lankan women's team exceptional bowler Malsha Shehana took 4 wickets for 2 runs. Inoka Ranavira and Sugandhika Kumari have also captured 2 wickets each. Accordingly, the Sri Lankan women's team has emerged victorious by 72 runs. This was the 3rd match they have recorded victories in the current tournament.
TW Ratnapala of the Eastern Province has secured victory in the men's marathon event at the 47th National Sports Games. Winner in the women's division was PM Pereira of the Western Province.
Men's and women's marathon races of the National Sports Festival was conducted in the Gampah district this morning. Ratnapala has completed the men's marathon event in 2 hours, 25 minutes and 49.45 seconds. The second place has been secured by PD Anurasiri of the North Central Province, and WMS Kumaro of the Northwestern Province has clinched the 3rd place. PM Pereira has finished the female marathon race in 2 hours, 49 minutes and 14.44 seconds. WM Herat of the Central Province was the winner of the 2nd place, and the 3rd place has been taken over by SD Lienege of the Sabaragamuwa Province. The women's racing cycling tournament of the National Sports Tournament was also conducted today. It was SN Pereira of the Western Province who won the event in 2 hours 40 minutes and 11 seconds. Akasha Sandabini secured the second place and Udeshini Kumar Singha has taken over the third place.
இப்படி வந்திட இப்படி அல்பங்கள்
Prima Katumi Fantamai.
And with that, we conclude tonight's English news on Rupavahini. We'll see you tomorrow at the very same time. Good night.
Good night.